Hey Umberto, how you doing? This is Ashley. This is a video that Claudia and I were talking about. So basically what I plan on doing in this video is I just want to touch base on your website a little bit. I want to go over it with you. I want to show you the back end side of your site and show you how much business this site is bringing your company each and every month. I want to show you some of your competitors in the area and show you how much business they're bringing in each month from their websites. And obviously I'll show you the numbers so you can see them for yourself because they speak for themselves. And it's just to give you an idea of how much more business you could be getting on top of what you are already getting. I'm going to break it all down for you. That way we all have a better understanding of all of this. We're all on the same page. I'll try to keep this video as short as possible. I don't want to waste either of our time. So when you are finished watching this video, just reach out. We can take it from there. Answer any questions you may have. I'd love to hear some feedback on this video if you don't mind, of course. And again, we can just take it from there. So first thing I want to go over is your current website. Now, when it comes to having a website, it's all about how user-friendly it is, how easy it is to navigate that site, and to be able to cater to different types of people coming to your website. Now, what I mean when I say that is when somebody comes to your website, they do not want to have to read all through your content and scroll throughout your whole website just to figure out what services you offer, let alone what areas you offer those services in, if you're local to them or not, so on and so forth. So what we like to do in all of our websites is we like to have all of our services listed with all the different areas right up in the header. So speaking of the header, I do like how you have your services listed in a drop-down menu. That's beautiful. That really makes your website that much more user-friendly, which you'll hear me say user-friendly a lot. And that is because having a user-friendly website is so important. If you do not have a user-friendly website, you can miss out on business from that. So basically with your locations tab, I would definitely recommend having a locations tab or like an areas we serve type tab that drops down into all the different areas that you're willing to go to, because I'll tell you what will happen is somebody will come on here, they'll be like, oh, do they service my area? And you know what they're going to do? They're going to go right back to Google and go to the next guy in line who does have that services tab up there. So that's just a little recommendation to help you. This is all to benefit you and your business, just to give you some tips and let you know some of the knowledge that I've learned in being in this industry and running our own company and running a successful company at that. We have clients all over the United States, from Alaska, we have them all over in all different industries, and we take pride in what we do because what we do, it works. And we've put in the time, the effort, the love, attention, of course the money to get to where we're at, and we're trying to help other people along the way. So what I want to talk about is your different ways that people are going to get a hold of you. So when somebody comes to your site, as of right now, what we find, the high-ranking websites, they typically have a form submission option somewhere right up here, I would suggest, right from the start of the website, as well as a click-to-call phone number, which you have, which is awesome. Now, a click-to-call phone number and a form submission option are both great for client conversions. But again, they're catering to different types of people. So some people are coming to your site just to click on that number to talk to you on the phone, and that's it. While other people, they might not want to talk on the phone. They might be at work, whatever the case may be. So they might much rather fill out a form submission option. So we definitely want to make sure that we have multiple ways for people to get a hold of you for the services that you have to offer. Now, before I start talking about content, I just want to touch base on your overall website. And I have to give you props because the website that you guys currently have, it's definitely updated. It's more updated than a lot of the clients that we take on at first. You have a lot of the key elements that not only we're looking for, but that the customer is looking for, as well as Google. So I give you a lot of props for that. The next thing that I do want to touch base on is your content. So again, you guys do have quite a bit of content on your website, but I just don't think it's enough to be considered an authority in the eyes of Google. So to be considered an authority, you need at least 1,500 to 2,000 words, and that's not of any old written content. That's professionally written, keyword-rich, authoritative content. So what that means is if we were to decide to start working together, we would go do competitive keyword research. Based on that research, we'd find the keywords that we know are going to bring you and your company more business. We send those keywords out to our professional content writers, and what they do is they strategically embed those keywords throughout the content that they are writing about you, about the amazing services that you have to offer, so on and so forth. Now, I'll show you some of those keywords here in a little bit, but those keywords are so very important because they're what people are typing in Google to find you and your services. So if you don't have those keywords, how is anybody supposed to find you? Not only that, we want to be found for the correct keywords because, you know, you could have just a random keyword on here, but is it going to bring you business? That's why I said we find the keywords that we know are going to bring you business. Now, if your competition has 1,700 words of content, they're now outranking you, so we now need to go get more content than what they currently have, so we are now outranking them. So speaking of your competition, I did a general search in the area, and these guys from the organic section are one of your competitors. Now, I'm going to show you how to beat these guys, but if we look at their site, you can tell that they also have an updated site. You know, I love the video in the background. Sorry about that. I love the video in the background. A lot of people are doing that nowadays, especially with a lot of our customers asking for this. They have their services in a drop-down tab menu. They have, you know, how people can get a hold of them, and then they have a little bit more content than what you guys currently have. And what tells me that they have more content than you guys is because they're currently outranking you. But just looking through their site, it also don't look like they're considered an authority. So once we go and we do it, what we need to do as far as your website goes, your content goes, so on and so forth, we'll be beating these guys out as far as content goes, and that won't be an issue. Now, coming back to this general search that I did, I could have done a million different searches for all the different services that you have to offer and all the different areas that you offer them in. But this is just to show you one search to show you how much business just based off this one search that you're currently missing out on by not showing up in Google. So I want to break down Google for you based on this search that I did. So it's broken down into 3 different sections. There's the Google Guaranteed Ads, which is first. And basically, if you're not familiar with these, Google will guarantee the job up to a certain percentage in terms of money. Now, the conversion rate for these are pretty high, and that's good for you because most of the time when somebody's calling you, they're more prone to actually making a purchase. Now, if you were interested in running ads, or if, again, we decided to work together down the road and we saw that these were a good fit for you, then we would obviously recommend it, but it's something that we'd have to look into to make sure that you're actually going to benefit from them, because we obviously don't want you guys losing money. We want you to gain money. Now, the next part I'm going to go over in Google is the Google My Business section, and this area requires a few different things to get ranked in this section here, but again, it's a very important section to be in because just like with your website, how some people come to call you or some people come to message you, same thing with Google. Some people strictly come to the Google Ads section, while the other people come to the Google My Business, so on and so forth. So as I look at these top 3, sometimes there's a top 4. I don't see your business listed, which is a problem because you're missing out on all that business that's coming strictly to this section and this section alone. So what we'd want to do to get you ranked in this section is, again, it takes a few different things. So having citations, which is your business's name, address, and phone number listed across the web in different directories like Yelp, Angie's List, BBB, stuff like that. It also takes having reviews and geotagged pictures, making sure your GMB listing is professionally and completely filled out, posting on your GMB listing weekly, which I don't see any posts on your GMB listing as of right now. There's a lot that goes into this area, but again, it's very important to show up in this area. So what we do is we'd go find out all the different citations these guys have themselves listed in, go list you in all those on top of 200 to 300 more, as well as all the other stuff that I just listed. And that would definitely help you get ranked in this area, because, you know, whatever your guys' competitors had to do, we're going to have to do the same exact thing and then some, because we want to beat them. Now, this last section of Google I'm going to go over, it's the organic section. It directly deals with your website. To get in this area, it requires having the most relevant backlinks for the most effectiveness. So scrolling through now on this organic section on the first page, you do not see your website. Now this is where we want you to show up so you have the best chances to be chosen. The more times you show up on this first page, the better, because you have the highest chance to be chosen. So what we'd want to do to get you ranked in this area is to beat out your competition in every aspect possible. Now, how we do that is we come to a paid resource that I pay monthly for, and we're currently looking at your stats. Now, the UR is how trustworthy or legit Google looks at your site. This number goes all the way up to a 100. The backlinks you have, they're rated at 25. Again, this number goes all the way up to a 100. Now, your website is currently only bringing in 12 people per month. Which once I show you your competition here in a minute and how much they're getting, you should be getting way more than this. And what I found out is the reason why you're only getting this much traffic is because, one, the trust flow of your site, it's not that good. Now, the backlinks that you have, they're doing pretty good, but you don't have enough relevant keywords as well. And that's why I said earlier, having relevant keywords is so important. Now, coming over to your competition, we can see that their UR is a 20, you know, their DR is a 38, but look at the traffic that they're bringing in each and every month. This is all business that you're currently missing out on. Not to mention, this is just one of your competitors. If I were to go to Google, type in any other services that you offer in any other areas, you have completely different competitors. But again, like I said earlier, this is just to show you what you're missing off of just one of your competitors. To show you some of your other competitors, I did another search, and this is the amount of traffic that you're missing from them. That's just two of your competitors that I showed you when you have, you know, many, many, many more. Now, to show you some of the keywords that I was talking about that are so very important, 700 people are going in Google each month typing general contractors Los Angeles, and 40 of them are directly going to their website. Now, it's not as simple as having these keywords in your content. We need to add power to these keywords. That way they gain position. Anybody can have these keywords in there, but it's getting them to gain positions. That way you're on the first page of Google for them and not the 6th, 7th page of Google, because nobody's going to the 6th or 7th page of Google. If you're not on the first page, it's a problem because you're not maximizing your traffic to its fullest potential. Now, there's a lot of keywords in here as you just look through here that are good keywords that you could be found for that you're currently not being found for as of right now, which is all going to change hopefully here in the future. So to show you one of the websites that we built before I wrap up this video, click to call phone number right up at the start, contact us form, all the different services and all the different areas. We have all the content in order to be considered an authority in Google's eyes and to beat out our competition. We have all the keywords strategically placed throughout. That way we don't get flagged for keyword stuffing. And when somebody types in this keyword, our client shows up. Just beautifully, completely customized websites. You know, you do it once, you never have to do it again. You just continuously add to it as you and your business grow. Our websites are built right from the ground up, down from the platform that they are built on. They're built to rank and they're built to bring business. That's really all I have for you as of right now. Again, you see what you're currently getting versus what you could be getting just based off two of your competitors alone. So that's all I have for you right now. I really hope you enjoyed. Please give me a call back and we can talk then. Thanks, Umberto.